Do I sound sick or not? I don't even know. I haven't spoken out loud in like a week. I think I sound fine. Nope, now that I'm hearing it, it's a bit nasally. But that's what happened in May. We got sick, So that's my excuse for everything that's about to be said on this PowerPoint. And if you don't like it, you can lump it. That's like a saying my mother would say. I don't even know what that means. Now, here we are to reflect on May of 2026 and planning for June. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're nearly halfway done with the year. You want to kill yourself yet? Don't worry, we'll leave that for next month. And that's Mr. Entertainment too. You better fucking understand this shit from now on. Anyway, let's fucking get into this nonsense. Oh my goodness, I forgot we did a dramatic thing. I thought I'd fucked up the PowerPoint. But the state of the channels. Now, that's very dramatic. We don't really care about it that much, little bro. Calm down. One Kyle Entertainment video this month. It's true. It was the Don Draper's a little beta cuck in this episode video. Terrific. It was about maybe 10 minutes of scripted something. And this brings our total to 8 videos this year, which is not the best. It's better than, if it was 3 videos, I think I would be killing myself. No, and by killing myself, I don't mean kill myself, I mean finding a job. That's very upsetting. Though we're still getting to that point, we'll wait and see. 8 is okay, but we can always do better. The problem is none of them have really done anything, I don't think. Hold on. I don't even remember what the 8 are. I remember the one before this was Madman. I remember I made a Pokemon gym battle one. I'm getting it up on my phone because I legitimately don't believe that I've made 8 videos this year, but I definitely have. So let's go through them, huh? The Utna one, the 3 Small Scenes one, the Night of the 7 Kingdoms one, and I guess both Denji videos were this month. This year. I swore they were last year. But why is Denji such a gooner? That's actually a great video. Quit yapping about character development. That's okay. That 7 Kingdoms one was kind of bad. The Gym Battles one was kind of bad. The 3 Scenes one, I liked that one. The Utna one was bad. The Campbell one was bad. And the Don Draper one was a little better than the Campbell one. But these are a bunch of small-ass, weak-ass videos, besides the great Denji one, of course. So we'll be fixing this up. Don't worry, we're fixing to fix it up. Anyway. The Don Draper video is actually okay. It's a bit awkward in parts. It falls victim to the, this could have probably used a rewrite. But I feel like it had more of a point than the Pete video that I made right before it. I think it's generally an okay video. It ended up kicking in views. It's got more views than the Pete video, even though initially it had a lot less and I was upset. But then it kicked and then it flatlined entirely at 500. So, Anyway, we haven't had a 1,000-view video in 4 months. Night of the 7 Kingdoms is the last one. And that's the most viewed video of the year, and it's got 2.6k. So, if we dawdle on that, we really will do the thing we talked about at the beginning of the video. Now, actually, we don't talk about our plans here. This is purely for reflecting, so we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, quality, not so good. Quantity, also not the best, but a little better. So what can we say? There were 6 secondary ENT videos this month, which was +1 from last month. We're on the big improve, though we don't necessarily need or want to be on the improve for secondary ENT. It's supposed to be on the back burner. 0 of which were scripted. Shake my head, no One Piece videos this month. 1 of which was a group collaboration. That was the Great Bakano group discussion. That was a lot of fun. Nobody watched it, but that's okay. 3 of which were reflections, just like these that we do at the beginning of every month, and 2 of which were Madman episode ranking tier lists, which are the best content of all time. We're just reviewing Madman seasons out here and making them tier lists. I make those tier lists, can you believe it? But also, I haven't done one in 2 weeks. I've been slowly getting through season 4, even though it's supposed to be the best season. Can you believe that? I think I'm on episode 8 coming up, so we'll see. I've been busy, you'll find out in a second. But anyway, that's fine, it's secondary ENT for you. And then Footy ENT, 0 videos, which was, actually, was it -2 or the same as last month? I can't remember. I think it's the same as last month. Anyway, Footy ENT, it was fun while it lasted. Wait, I really got more views on some of those videos than that Night of the 7 Kingdoms one, right? So, it's a powerhouse, Footy ENT. Anyway, our plan moving forward, we got the big plans. They're all coming to fruition. We talked about this a little bit on stream recently. But I'm currently working on 4 videos, can you believe it? And it's not going terrible, can you believe that? For the last 5 days or so. We've got the scenes that make Mad Men the greatest TV show of all time. What a great video. It's going to be a million view video easy. We've got, oh my goodness, can you believe it's back? Wary tenderness of the something something in The Last of Us Part 2, about the introduction of The Last of Us Part 2. We've got my Yu-Gi-Oh! Nuzlocke challenge type video and my potential Gamergate type video. So if you missed the stream, I was like, I hate making videos. This was at the end of that Don Draper video, so I was miserable. I didn't enjoy making it. I knew it wasn't going to do very well, and I knew it wasn't even that good. So I wasn't very happy. So I'm like, and I think for like 3 days, there was like 5 minutes left of that video to edit, and I didn't even touch it because I was so depressed. Anyway, so I was like, maybe I should make different types of videos. You know, I'm a video making genius, and video essays are boring. And the 2 ideas, well, actually, I came up with 3 ideas. The third one was news videos, but that was a secondary ENT thing, and I got bored by that idea very quickly. Though it still might happen. We'll talk about it in a little bit, actually. The second was a challenge video. I like challenge videos, gaming challenge videos, and let me tell you something, they eat up the viewership. Nobody's ever gotten 0 views on a challenge video. Now, Pokemon ones are where they're at. Minecraft ones, but Yu-Gi-Oh! We love Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's a possibility. So I did indeed. I played through all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Coliseum, doing a Nuzlocke type challenge with permadeath. I have all the footage. I had the footage at like the beginning of the month. And I've slowly been going away. I think I'm on like 15 pages of this script. This script is so easy to write. You just look at what happened, and then you narrativize it a little bit, and it's a lot of fun. So we've been going very well on this Nuzlocke video. On the Gamergate video, we've been doing what we call research, which is kind of looking at documents, kind of reading Wikipedia pages, but watching YouTube videos from 15 years ago when Gamergate was going on. Actually, it was only 12 years ago, but that's very interesting too. So first of all, I'm doing the thing where I do like 1 hour on each of these videos each day, and I think for the last 2 days, I've done it successfully, so, no biggie. You actually do make a lot of progress. It's crazy. Wary Tenderness has never looked nearly as completed as it looks right now. It's actually going pretty good. I think I have a definitive structure. I think I have a definitive vision. If we stick on it in like 7 more hours, 7 more days, that video could be out. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be crazy. The scenes with Mad Men one is also similar. I ran into a rut with both these videos where I was like unsure on where to go. And with the scenes in Mad Men video, I really want that video to be actually great. So I've been like redoing things a lot. It's fun and interesting. And you feel like you're making progress because you're not so in on the one thing and how the one thing has to come out soon or I'm going to kill myself. You're just like, man, these videos could all come out at different stages and things like that. It's been going good so far. Now, are we going to crash and fall apart soon? Well, we'll see. When I sniff that one's only like 3 hours away from being completed, am I going to destroy my format and just focus on that one and then maybe not even finish it and then fuck it all up? We'll have to see. So the first 3 videos are going really good. The 4th one is evolving, we'll say. Initially, I was like, let's make the definitive timeline on what happened, because I wanted to do a research thing. So researching things sounded sexy to me. I was like, that's a lot of fun. And then there's like this big 6-hour video by a lady who made it, and it was really good. And I feel like it was just the video that I would probably have tried to make, but much better. And also, it seems like a lot of work trying to figure out, like, trying to verify these, like, chat logs from, like, 12 years ago that people say is totally real. And it's not even that interesting of a story, is what you figured out. It's about what you expected. Then I pivoted and I was like, I could make, like, a ContraPoints-esque video, only in writing, not in the glamour and all the actual fun stuff about ContraPoints videos. But, like, why do gamers hate women? And thinking about that for a second and coming up with some hypothesis. I think I had 3 dot points. And then the other thing, and you go into sort of a psych or a philosophy type thingy there. It would all be armchair, of course. I'm not doing any real research or stuff like that. But that could be a fun little angle of like, now do gamers hate women? Do they resent women? And what's the difference between those phrases? And like, did you know that this is still going on? Like there was Anita Sarkeesian drama literally this month or something. And Gamergate 2 happened, and isn't this just what Asmongold does now? And all these interesting sort of methods you can go into. I don't know. This video doesn't really have a form, and I've thought about just dropping it and maybe adding a different 4th video to the rotation here. We'll see. I'm still having fun going back and watching a bunch of old videos. I watched like every super old H Bomber Guy video, even though it's from a little bit after the time. And it's so interesting how he kind of does the same thing as all the Gamergators, and sort of like the way he makes fun of people and stuff like that is just from like the other side. There's a bunch of interesting like old videos I've been watching, and it's like, oh, this is kind of interesting to like just see, and it probably would be interesting to talk about, but I don't know exactly how to talk about and stuff like that. So right now I'm having fun doing it, and by doing it I mean watching old YouTube videos that make me a little nostalgic for 2014, when YouTube was good, goddammit. I was watching some super old ContraPoints videos, and things like that too. So a bunch of weird, interesting stuff. So we'll see. For now, I'm still having a little bit of fun doing that. So we'll see. We'll keep it in the rotation, but it's a developing story. The other 3 are coming out, and they better come out this month. I bet with, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. God damn it, there's only 30 days. So with 30 more hours on each of these projects, surely they could all come out this month, right? We'll see. We've also got some secondary ENT stuff. What did I write down here? It's still a bit of a purgatory of being left on its lonesome. Naruto is still going, but then we have some interesting things. House of the Dragon is coming back at the end of the month. Me and Elitari will be covering it on my channel. Elitari doesn't get it because you know what comes out like 2 weeks after that in July? That shitty Mushoku Tensei stuff, and dumb Elitari can have that. We don't care about that. I was talking briefly to Elitari about how we could make the House of the Dragon stuff better, because it is the closest thing to Chainsaw Man that's coming back now, since Kagurabachi is definitely on the back burner. I don't think me or Elitari are too... we don't really have the time, nor do we have the ingenuity. What do you call it? The integrity. No, the want to rush into it right now. It'll probably still happen at some point, or we'll find a different manga or something. I thought for a second, Witch Hat, but no, Elitari, first of all, doesn't seem that exciting of a stories to be like speculating on and controversial and stuff like that. But also, Elitari definitely wants to watch the silly anime for that. I'd expect. And speculating about how to make House of the Dragon more fun. House of the Dragon does have discourse. Like, inherent to the show is sort of the reds versus blacks, or whatever they're called. No, reds versus greens. I need to freshen up on House of the Dragon before it starts, by the way. Oh, and me and Alita, I'm currently going to do a funny video like a few days before the premiere. The premiere is the 22nd for us, 21st for the Americans. A few days before that, I'll probably do a funny video making fun of Elitari for all the things he's forgotten and quiz him up on some things. Ask him to name all 7 kingdoms. There's actually 8, you fucking idiot. And we'll see. What's your name if you're a bastard of the Riverlands? Actually, the Rivers, I'm pretty sure that one's pretty easy. But we'll trick him on something, don't worry. And thankfully, he doesn't have time to study beforehand. So then we'll go into that. The point is, how can we bring Reddit into this? I don't know if there's actually any funny Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon Reddits. I do remember, and this will probably be the case because Twitter's only got Cilia. I just looked down, I saw my headphones, and I was like, oh my god, I'm missing a headphone, like it fell off. But no, I was looking at like the middle thing. You understand, everybody. Anyway. Twitter is probably how we'll inject some funny discourse into House of the Dragon or something. Trying to play with it to see how we can make the videos better, but maybe we'll put some more thought into it. The Mad Men episode tier list will continue. Maybe we'll get like 2 seasons again done this month. The Recreators discussion will happen. Recreators is another thing that I have written down, 1 episode per day. In the last 2 days, we've been successful. We are on 3 episodes of Recreators watched. Can you believe it? And I mathed it out so that, like, on the 19th, we should be able to record the discussion for Recreators. I'm not giving any comments about how I feel about Recreators here. So we will see, but that's coming. And it definitely should happen this month. And if it does happen this month, that means we could do another wheel spin this month, which would also be exciting. Now, we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode reviews. We'll probably do them in a similar style to Elitari's silly One Piece reviews. In fact, I'm toying with the fact of making it premiere like a minute before his, and we can do a little war. Though I think people are much more excited for Elitari's opinions on shitty One Piece than my rewatch of Yu-Gi-Oh! But we'll see. We should take him on and defeat him in Mortal Kombat. I watched 3 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! In one sitting last night, so I was like, this is going to be epic. On my old DVDs, though, unlike Pokemon, where I do have, like, literally, like, the first 800 episodes on DVD, because I was like that as a kid, for Yu-Gi-Oh! I am missing a bunch. Like, I have the first 2 DVDs, which both have, like, 3 episodes each on them, which is kind of funny. They were scamming these kids back in the day. But, like, I don't have the third one. I do have the fourth one, and then I don't think I have, like, 7 through 11. And it's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen most of the Duelist Kingdom episodes, which is the first arc in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you didn't know, you fucking amateur loser idiots. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them from, like, renting them and stuff like that. I'm sure there's some episodes I've never seen, so all these things will be exciting. So, yes, that's going to be a thing. Probably weekly. We'll try to do them weekly. And we're also going to try and do weekly One Piece arc reviews, but you'll see in how we're going to do that. It's a developing story. My idea is to try, and this will be easier early on. Obviously, it'll be a lot more difficult later. But even when it gets more difficult, it's probably doable. The idea would be one Piece arc a month. And I just need to get in front of Elitari. That's right. He's not going to finish Skypiea before me. Now, is that a spoiler? Not really. Elitari doesn't know how much further I am than him, so he doesn't know. It's not like I've just said Skypiea is the next arc or something. He doesn't know none of this stuff. But he will not be finishing. He will not be getting ahead of me with his 4 episodes a week. I'll kill myself. I'm 5 years ahead of him. So we're going to try and make that happen. And plus, other things, I'm planning on consuming some things, so hopefully I'll talk about lots of those, so those will also be secondary ENT discussions. Also, I talked to Mr. R maybe about doing mixtape. I think I will play it. And it's like a discourse game, and Mr. R likes games, and it's also 3 hours, so it's not much of a commitment. So just like we did for Anne, Roger, and Florence, we might do mixtape. We'll see, though. I almost made a footy ENT this month because I was pissed off, true. People be saying a lot of retarded shit recently. And you just got to fight back with your great footy ENT YouTube channel. Fight against the corruption and the retardation. But we didn't do it. Actually, it's because I ran out of time. Anyway, on the streaming front, only 3 streams happened in May. A colossal fall off from 4 or 5 we must have had last month. The Elitari Surprise streams, I have fallen off in a big way. I did start something for the next Elitari Surprise stream, but I did fall off because I fell off everything in May. I think I even started this in the month before. I don't know. Like in the general vicinity, in the medium in which that has taken place, something has taken its place that I need to watch first. So it's kind of on the back burner. I'm not sure if we'll get to surprise Elitari this month, is my point here. Discourse related stuff. This is like news stuff. We'd usually discuss those types of things on stream. So maybe if we wanted to incorporate news bullshit, we could do it we could power up stream with it or something. Is kind of the idea here, but we'll see. I do plan on streaming tonight. We'll see where it goes. In the very immediate, there is the state of play. It is on 7 a.m. my time, which means I almost certainly cannot stream it, which is sad. But it's like 50-50 according to the pundits, whether or not the great intergalactic Naughty Dog's next name will be at the showcase. It has only been shown once at the Game Awards. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. And we're estimating it's coming out next year, so we can start getting this ball rolling, maybe. So hopefully it's there. If it's there, I'm sure I'll make some videos on it, and we'll talk about it on stream. So we will see. We consumed 6 things in May, which is the smallest month of the year by far, but don't worry, we've got a stupid plan to overcorrect for this. This plan is so stupid, I'm not even going to talk about it on the on the PowerPoint. I'm going to touch on it lightly when we get to our consumption part of the PowerPoint, but like, just know, I have the most ambitious, stupid consumption plan I've ever had in my life, where I've got things in separate categories and new categories, old categories, and don't worry. We'll only inform the people when things actually start to happen, if things actually start to happen, which won't. So I don't want to get people excited and then disappoint them. What can I say? I probably watched some video essays this month, but I don't really remember them. Maybe we've got to bring back the Excel spreadsheet. That's a joke. I'm not actually going to do that this year. What am I going to start in the middle of the year? That would be disgraceful. Most of the stuff I've been watching is old Gamergate videos, so if you count those old, like, commentary H-Bomber Guy videos, you can count them. And also, yesterday, I started catching up on Caribou-kun, because I see there's, like, his new video made a bit of a splash, but I don't want to watch it without watching the old one, so I watched a bunch of the old ones. He made, like, one about Iran, because we were bombing him or something. That was actually a good video. And there was another one that started off about that. Oh, it's the one Elitari started watching on stream about some tokusatsu, like, machine-type thingy or something. That video was fun too, so I watched some Caribou-kun, isn't that fun? Hopefully I'll catch up on his stuff. Maybe I could do that on stream tonight, you never know. Oh, and last month our big thing was shorts, and we did indeed make one short. We made one short for our first Naruto discussion. That was kind of just a test short. It was kind of annoying because it took a little while to make, and then I had to figure out how to export and stuff like that. And now it's been so long since I did it that I've forgotten all the knowledge I've gained. We should make more shorts. My motivation to make more shorts is kind of at a low right now, so that short didn't do gangbusters either. I stopped checking on it after like the second day, so I actually have no idea how it's doing. I haven't gotten any notification of comments on it though, so can't be doing too well. Anyway, we'll see if we get a great motivator, a bit of motivation to make some shorts at some point. Anyway, let's sit back and laugh at the funny consumption plan we had last month. We fell off movies in a big way, but I think we'll get back on top of it. I'm thinking Chinatown into Sinners, and then we'll go from there. Didn't watch either of those movies. Didn't watch any movies. Well, actually, no, we watched 2 Elite RE movies. Pokemon Champions unironically took up most of my gaming time. I still haven't properly finished Fire Red, which we still haven't done, but that's because of difficulty. Pokemon Y! Oh my goodness, we did that one last month. That's crazy. We spent at least like 6 hours cleaning that up. And Pokemon ZA are on the back burner. Not true. Pokemon Y came to the forefront. I think I watched 1, maybe 2 episodes of Pokemon a month. I watched at least like 4 or 5 this month, so we're championshipping stuff right there. And we're into the Master Quest era of episodes. Pokemon Season 6, if you can believe it. Wait, no. Season 5, if you can believe it. At least that's the way the DVDs are structured. Our final Johto one, can you believe it? After Johto, I'm pretty sure I'm taking a big break. We can do Hoenn later. But this month I didn't really play much Pokemon Champions at all, and if I did, it was at the beginning of the month. I haven't played nearly any of Season 2, so that's a good thing, because that was taking up a lot of time. I played about 20 minutes of The Order and about an hour of Mario Galaxy, slight bits of Ball X Split. I think I played Ball X Split like once or twice this month. The other 2 games we did not touch, so that's good. Bakano was mostly finished. We finished that. We still got Naruto chugging along. We did do an arc of that. We haven't missed a month. We've delayed it into the middle of the month now, when it used to be the beginning of the month, but we haven't missed a month of Naruto yet. Afterwards, maybe taking the foot off the gas for discussion series. That's true. We haven't really indicated or started up the next one yet. They do get in the way a little bit, true. Especially when I have terrible time management and I have to rush them all and take up like 2 days at the end of the period. On the rewatch front, I thought I'd start Yamada's first time again soon. My motivation for that has fallen off slightly, and we did not do that. I've also got Recreators to watch, which we did do a little bit of. I watched 1 episode of The Crown and 1 of the next big Elite RE surprise. True, and I haven't watched any more of either of those. But both were like 2 weeks ago. Now that was a month and 2 weeks ago. I've also been rewatching Mad Men and Boardwalk Empire for a video at the moment, which is honestly taking up the bulk of my consuming time. That is true, that did continue, but I haven't watched too much of them. Like, I'm still in Season 2 of Boardwalk Empire, and I'm only like halfway through Season 3 of 4 of Mad Men, so... even those have slowed up a bit, as we focused on working on videos. Isn't that great? I read like 2 chapters of Syrup Village. I probably read like 1 extra chapter this month, and 2 chapters of Witch Hat. I didn't read any more Witch Hat Atelier chapters this month. I think clean up things I've already started is the goal for me. We did that for one thing, even stuff as far back as Fire and Blood. We should do that at some point. But we did clean up Pokemon Y version. That's how stupendous. Now let's look at our plan that I didn't change the title to, and it just says May when it should say June. Though we fell off for May for consuming, I am filled with some belief that I actually fully got back into and completed Pokemon Y version. This is a game I started like a year and a half ago, so I never thought I would see the day. I thought I would just drop it like I did Pokemon Heart Gold version 2 years ago or something. But no, we got back. We conquered, goddammit. We got fully back into it, and we fully completed it. With my sexy team, I tweeted about it. You can all go see it. Gives me hope that I can clean up other cleanups like ZA, Darwin Incident, Sentenced to be a Hero, etc. aren't entirely off the table forever. That's true. Hopefully, those first 2 I've got penciled in for this month. So we'll see if we can get back on the Pokemon ZA front and the Darwin Incident front. Pokemon Champions has completely fallen off of my radar as of now, so it's not that big of a time sink. The much bigger and worse time sinks to the Boardwalk Empire Madman nonsense rewatches. That is true. But even those have fallen off, but I do kind of need to power through them. Though my motivation, like that used to be like when I was sick and I wasn't doing anything, I would watch like a bunch of those every day. So we've gotten a bit better. Naruto and Pokemon are kind of chugged along a little bit at the back end of the month. That's true. Naruto will probably be more of a middle of the month thing again this month. That's true. I messaged Leary, said the 13th or 14th we should do Naruto. which means I shouldn't have to binge watch too many of them, because Naruto is another thing I'm doing one of a day, and I have done successfully for at least the last 3 days or so. So, you know, we're like 10 episodes into the arc now. I've only got 18 left to go. This is doable in the next 14 days. Too bad no one can stop me from adding Yu-Gi-Oh! To the rotation and further diluting things. That's true. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is epic and fun, and I like watching it. Recreate is also 1 episode a day type beat. True, we already talked about that. One Piece arc a week craziness, maybe on Mondays. Today is Monday, and I had to make these PowerPoints, so I'm not doing on Mondays this week. But doesn't mean the video will come out on Mondays, though. Because usually I watch Elite Ari's great One Piece reviews, and I go, oh, I'm filled with such great motivation to get back on the One Piece train. And so I should capitalize that on start reading my One Piece mangas on Mondays. It was Manga Mondays? What a terrific idea. But we will see if we actually do this. And this is my last note. I've got a much more detailed, gaudy planned consumption thing that is too embarrassing to even share here. I'd rather some things be a surprise if anything ever comes from it. But let's just say I've been thinking too much about keeping up with 2026 video games like Mixtape, Darwin's Paradox, and even Pragmata, which is true. And about Go Nagai and Violence Jack, true. I was so close to starting Violence Jack a bunch of times, but I think I might actually do it. It could be a fun, part discussion series, because Violence Jack is like 18 volumes or something. It's long. It's not like Devilman, which is like 5 volumes. Also, it's like a fake sequel to Devilman or something. We've got to find these things out. Also, we started working on it like the year after, so it looks like Devilman, and nothing looks as good as the Devilman manga. My goodness. My big plan to explain it is like in each category. So like anime, manga, actually not really with manga, but movies, TV shows, games. It's like I've got a plan of like I should do something from current year and something old and then something short of each in each like category. And that's like my big plan. Now what's going to happen is I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 short things, and that'll be that. But we'll see if this plan works at all. Violence Jack is on the list. I should probably finally watch Heated Rivalry and shit like that as like a short show. Darwin Incident would be this year's anime, and then Recreators would be the old anime, while Naruto is chugging along too, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. That's the extent of my frickin' PowerPoint for this month. May sucked, it was absolutely terrible, but at the back end, I've started to be filled with some optimism, which is good. Usually we don't have optimism when we get to these great PowerPoints. But we do right now, so I'm not so depressed, and we think June could be the month, because if June isn't the month, it's really starting to get down to nut-cutting time. I'm not going to waste another year floundering. And I'm not infinitely wealthy, you know, so we got to fucking figure that shit out. But anyway, hopefully the next PowerPoint is tremendous, stupendous, epic, and I can't get over how great my 1 hour a day plan is, even though I've abandoned it many times in the past. But, you know, only time will tell. It's very sad. Time passes and then you die. Contemplate that as we say support links in the description below. Thanks.